Welcome back to Press Conference.
Hello.
Before we get started, we want to give a shout out to our National Press Tier patron.
Starlight.
Yes, thank you, Starlight, for being one of our patrons. If you want to be shouted out at the beginning of our podcast, be sure to check us out on Patreon. The link is in the description if you're watching on YouTube. But if you're listening to us, check us out on Twitter at WeArePress with the letter R and check out our pinned tweet. Thank you, patrons.
Yes. Thank you.
Niru, would you like to introduce our very special guest?
Yes. I have a really I'm kind of embarrassed to say it, but it's like I was trying to reference your entrance, thing, so I wrote this. We've been trying to reach RuPaul for her car's extended warranty because Orion Story is here. Yay! That is so bad. I wanted
that
to
could have gone so differently. Like, we've been trying to reach Orion on their extended podcast warranty.
I was
or
expecting
literally
more, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, yeah, I should have written something. But Orion, are you ready, Boots?
Yeah.
So I want to ask about the entrance, though. Like, what is it? I just want to know.
Not even asking how are you, like how like anything, just jumping right in.
Yeah, I need to
just get right to the meat of it. So what about it? What would you like to know?
Everything. How did you come? What was like the thought process behind it? I want to know.
Honestly, it was very last minute. I wanted to say something else, but they wouldn't let me because it was copyright. I honestly don't remember what it was. And I kind of came up with that last minute. I did want to come in with my burger phone. It was a Juno reference, if you've seen Juno, when she's got the burger phone. And that was just a lot of me on Drag Race was just on the spot. I didn't plan anything. I didn't have anything like, oh, this is my catchphrase. This is this. Like, I came in and I just wanted to be as obnoxious and stupid as possible and just make no sense. And I think I got the exact reaction that I wanted. But then I think
I love it.
It bears the challenge of when I do come back. I think people are expecting something better or weirder, and I do have it all planned out, but I'm not going to say what it is.
Oh, okay. We'll watch.
I think, I don't know for sure, but like I have a strong feeling your entrance line might have the highest word count of any entrance ever, which I think is a flex.
No.
Let's
not forget. There's two that comes to mind. I'm the queen you want to see, Elliot with two T's. Okay.
I didn't know who you were talking about until you said Elliot with two T's.
I was gonna say I tried to control myself. And then another is riddle me this, riddle me that. Something.
Those aren't that long.
Those are short. Listen.
Those are short.
Orion came with a full-on monologue, and I
said I want my screen time.
As you should. Honestly, I love that. With that out of the way, I could ask you, how are you?
Wow.
I am. Well, I think I've decided that I'm no longer mentally ill. So I'm great. I'm wondering. Yeah, it's been great. I'm great. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing so good now. I wasn't doing good 3 hours ago, but I'm doing good now.
Yeah.
That's.
You're still recovering from DragCon.
Yeah.
Honestly,
tell me.
I sprained my leg again.
Again?
At DragCon?
I fell in the kitchen.
In the kitchen?
Yeah, I was trying to cook and then I fell.
How did you do that? How did you fall while trying to cook?
I washed the dishes because as I cook, I wash the dishes, and then I didn't realize there was water on the floor, and the tiles are so slippery that even one drop of water will make you. And I fell.
See, that sounds premeditated.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I don't know who you were trying to get me to collect insurance from, but
oh my god. No, literally the other day I made this video on our podcast account and I just tried to explain Niru's like long history of injuries on their legs. And I just go, yeah, Niru has torn ligaments pretty much everywhere. And that's and then
No, I follow.
like, is that how you describe it?
All the
Like,
time. I can write a whole book on all my falls, and
at least you're
every one of
consistent.
them. Oh yeah,
falling, a
consistently
memoir.
falling. I once fell and my
Consistency is
pants
key.
torn, like literally split in half in school, and so I
Oh
had
my
to
God.
take I had to take
That-
the covers of the bus seat, because back home they have like covers on bus seats.
Oh
I had to
my
take that,
God.
wrap it around my booty, and walk out.
That happened to me once. I was at
Oh.
this place. It was not a trampoline park. It was one of those places where they like you walk in and it's like a giant room with just like bounce houses and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
love
it was really
those.
weird. I was wearing those track pants, so like when you walk they go like
Oh yeah.
and I split my pants in half down the middle. And
damn.
I had to take them off, and I walked into, I think it was Walmart, in my underwear and bought a new pair of pants.
Oh my God. Damn, that is.
God.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
You lived like one of my nightmares. Oh my God. I have dreams about that stuff.
Listen, it honestly, I will say that was probably one of the least triggering things that has happened in my life. So
That's so fair.
Honestly, understandable.
I mean, it was definitely a moment. It was definitely a core memory for me. I will never forget it.
Mm.
I mean, it wasn't as bad as my my costume falling apart on Drag Race.
Wait, where? Oh, where?
During that lip
The lip
sync
sync?
with George's.
Yeah.
And it's funny because
Oh,
I was
yeah.
just looking through old speculated rumors of season 14, and
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
of them was that during my lip sync, my costume completely fell off and I just performed naked. So they were almost there. But I said, I wish. That would have been such an iconic moment. Can you imagine?
Oh my God. That's
But I will
basically
say,
what
during that
happened
lip
to
sync,
Aura.
I remember during that lip sync, my bunny ears came off, and I watched RuPaul watch them hit the ground in slow motion, and then look back up at me, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I lost this lip sync."
Oh my gosh.
Damn. Well, talking about Drag Race, and I want to move into, because we're gonna ask you like some questions in the beginning, and then we're gonna get into the episode. That's how we
Yeah.
do things here. I want to ask you, like, it's been a year since you were on Drag Race, right? Well, more than a year. Anyways,
It's been
how?
we filmed it in 2021.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's been 2
Wait,
years.
so it's been 2 years. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Time flies.
2 years exactly.
So, how do you feel about like the experience looking back? Was it everything you hoped for? And how has like your life changed after?
Well, I won't say that it's everything I hoped for because I didn't win. I actually lost twice. But honestly, it was great. It was so much fun. Like, I think for me in the moment, I remember one of the most insane moments for me was just hearing RuPaul say your name. And like when you go out for the like runways for the first time and like getting to be in the workroom, like it was a very surreal experience. And it was, I wish I had been, I guess, in a better headspace to enjoy it more, but like everyone on set was amazing. They were all like so sweet. RuPaul was so sweet. I've talked to RuPaul a few times after the show, like at the Emmys.
Wow.
And he's so sweet. He was like, "Oh my God, you look amazing." This and that was, said nothing but nice things. And you know, everyone has their own experiences with the show and RuPaul and everything, but like everything, all my experiences so far have been nothing but amazing. So it's definitely changed my life completely 360, like, doing these free shows. Like, I had been doing drag for maybe a year and a half when I got on. I had 5 costumes. Like, all of the costumes that I wore in my audition tape, I borrowed. Like, I had nothing. And then when I got cast, I was like, oh God, like, how am I going to do this? But, you make it work. And, now I'm getting to travel the world, and pretty much everyone that I look up to, like, follows me back and knows who I am. And I'm like, oh, like, it's everything that I could have wanted and more from the experience,
Oh, I
besides
love
winning,
that.
I guess.
Yeah. That is so good because yeah, I'm so happy that I follow you back, I know how much you
Shut
mean.
Oh, you're so humble, Niru.
We love a humble queen.
So, when you were okay, I don't know how to say this, but when you were like eliminated for the first time, you like did you and Daya like go all the way home? No, right? You always knew
No,
that you were gonna come back.
no. So I knew before we even lip sync, like before the lip sync, like they weren't gonna send someone home, because they were like, they hadn't introduced all of the cast yet, and I knew there was gonna be some gag. So like when I did have to sashay away the first time, like they were trying to be coy, and they were telling me like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Like I know going home first is not easy," and I was like, I knew it was there was something up, and the PA that was like walking me around from like to set, I told her, I said, I know you know something and you're not going to tell me, and she's like, I have no idea. And then we filmed the like packing my bags and like driving away in the van. And then they told me for that, so we're going to keep you in the competition as a twist. And I said, I knew it. And I looked at the PA and I said, she's like, yeah, I knew the whole time. I knew it. I could see it in your face. But what they did was, so after that, they, because we were all on the same floor in the hotel, they moved me up a floor, and I stayed in that hotel room for, I think, 5 days.
Wow.
Until I came back on episode 3.
Oh,
because they filmed
second episode.
They film like 2 episodes a week. So it'd be like Monday through Friday, and then you have like the weekend off, but you're in the hotel room. So like, and it was during that time actually that they gave me the sewing machine to use in my hotel room, which I ended up stealing. But it was I think 5 days I was up there, and then when I came back, they moved me back to my original room.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so I'm like, I had to pack all my shit to move up.
Oh,
and then
that's not
down.
good.
But I will say the one upside about going home twice is that each of your stations in the workroom, you've got the pink drawers, and it's full of stuff. Like it's got hairspray and all that. And I cleared that out. So I got to clear out. I cleared out 2 of them, and I felt bad because my station was on the other side of the workroom, and I cleared that out. And then the second group of girls came in, and someone else took that station, and I don't know if they filled it back up or whatnot, but I was like, oh well, I feel bad for them because there's nothing in there.
Oh my gosh.
I love that. I mean, as you should, you spend so much on the outfits and everything. You take stuff. It's
absolutely. I said, I'm reclaiming my time. If I'm not taking this 100,000 or 200,000, I am going to get what I want. And I actually, it was I remember watching, it was, I think, Out of the Closet, or that show that they have on YouTube. And it was Manila was talking about all the stuff that she stole in the sewing machine and stuff, and that's what inspired me to take all this stuff. But I'm like, I don't take stuff in the workroom. Like Anitra took a light bulb. Mistress probably took the most out of anybody.
Yeah.
Like they don't care. They've got money.
Right.
Yeah, literally. I mean, the singers, like those sewing machine, they sponsor Drag Race. It's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. And I said, and when I go back, I'll get another one,
Yeah. I love that.
Low-key, that lifetime supply of Anastasia Beverly Hills Cosmetics is given to everyone.
It's I think a year supply. Like we got up until I think season 15 started filming or was announced. We got stuff like
Yeah.
I was getting PR from them, and I'm like, I don't get that shit anymore. But
Mm.
I mean, that is why I like going to DragCon, because of all of the free stuff you get, all the free makeup. Because I hate buying makeup. Let's be real. Like
Oh.
I love makeup, but I hate buying makeup.
That's so fair.
Understandable.
So I'm like, put me on all the PR lists, please. Give me free stuff. I didn't win. I need it. Help
I
me. I'm poor.
understand. I love eating, but I hate grocery shopping, so I understand.
Well, I
Pretty
mean,
much the same.
you're out in what, LA now? Like you live out there?
Yeah, I live in LA. Been living
Oh,
here for 5 years.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, you get Uber Eats and shit. I live in the middle of the woods. I don't even get Ubers. And I totaled my car 3 weeks ago, so I'm stuck in my house unless I
No.
Yeah. How did that happen? When you told me, I was like, I'm gonna save this question for the podcast. That's why I didn't ask anything down.
It was I think it was on Cinco de Mayo. I wasn't drunk, I promise. It was it was a very warm May 5th, I think. I don't know what day that's on.
Yeah,
That was I flew out to DragCon on the 8th, I think.
Oh.
So it was 3 days before I left. I was driving home, and I was like 10 minutes from my house on the highway. I hit a deer, and I hit the deer. I didn't stop. I just kept going because I said, I'm not stopping. I'm like, I don't want to have to deal with this right now. I'm tired. I'm going to deal with this tomorrow. So
Yeah.
I drove to my house and went to bed, and then I woke up. I went out and looked at my car, and I was like, yeah, it's totaled. And I was like,
Damn.
I don't know how I got back home. My whole windshield was smashed. I'm like still picking glass out of my hands. Like,
Oh my God.
yeah, like 3 weeks later. But I will say though, I think it was a sign for me, because I've been trying to move out to LA. I was gonna move out to Chicago, but I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna end up in California anyway. So I was like, I'm thinking I might just take the insurance money and run. That's what I'm thinking. Who needs a car in this economy?
No, do it. Yeah.
Buy a car out
like-
here. Buy a car out in LA. You'll
Exactly.
need one in LA.
I'm like, yeah, I'm thinking the Valley area. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, and I was looking at like a U-Haul. It would only be, I think, like $1,600 to go out there, and I was like, that's not bad. I can do that.
Yeah, definitely go to the Valley. Don't be on the West Side. It's not worth the price.
No, I got a lot of shit, and I need a lot of space. That's my problem. I'm like, I have to have my bedroom and my separate workspace. Otherwise, I'm like, I go crazy. I can't. It's too much.
This is our pattern. Like, this is a very specific question to our podcast that we ask everybody. A question that causes chaos during reunions.
Love it.
Marry, kill anybody from the season 4. No, wait. I'm gonna give you people. June Jambalaya, Diabetes.
Georges.
No, wait.
Yes.
Deja Sky.
Out of those 3.
Yeah.
So it was June, Deja, and who was the second one?
Dia. No, wait, Maddie.
We change your answers every 2 seconds.
So June, Maddie, and Deja.
Yeah.
Ooh. I would probably marry Maddie. I would June, and I would kill Deja.
Oh wow! Is there a reason?
I love Deja, but she's kind of a pick me, and I think she sometimes has ulterior motives. I think she was trying to campaign for all of us to vote for her for Miss Congeniality, and I don't think she's always the most congenial. I think she kind of just like worries about herself. She's a little conceited, but like I said, I love Deja. But
look at me being
I love
One
everybody.
Piece.
I'm the Barbara Walters of Drag Race fandom, asking all sorts of questions. Love it.
It's like
Sure. Sure.
So, pivoting a little bit, you want to ask the questions from Twitter?
Sure.
Oh, you got Twitter questions.
Oh yes, we
We
have some
have.
questions from your fans. Ooh.
Oh God.
Oh, background
Pretty
change.
view.
There's
Yes,
more
with
This
light.
is,
that good lighting. I feel.
Everybody, this is Orion's house. Mark the location right now.
Oh my god.
This
IP,
is
It is
it's not
not.
my house. I'm not
Oh.
even near my house right now.
oh,
Yes.
IP address 19.
Sure. Okay. And this is why
You
it's
want my
time for me
social
to
security
talk.
number too?
Oh yeah, 28.
I'll just fax it to you. I'll have my people call you before.
Oh my gosh.
Love
Okay,
it.
so our first question is from Shazi, and they want to know, how does it feel to be the first queen to represent Michigan?
Dumb question
It
from a
feels-
dumb queen.
It feels right. I mean, my thing is, before I got on Drag Race, all of the girls in Michigan were saying like, oh yeah, RuPaul has something against Michigan girls, like this and that, like they don't like Michigan girls, they don't book them. And I was like, or maybe you're just not good, like you know what I mean? But it's like, there's a lot of great drag here, but there's a lot of girls I think that they don't really know who they are, if that makes sense.
Like who?
Mm.
I'm
Ew.
not going to name names. I think in general, you have to think of Drag Race as, it's not just a competition, it's also a reality show,
Mhm.
and you're filling a role.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to have it going in. You're basically like, you obviously have to be yourself, but you're being a caricature of yourself.
Mhm.
If that, and that, knowing that now, like I auditioned, I didn't know what I was going to be cast as. I was just like, I'm just doing this. And that's why I'm giving this advice to anyone auditioning, whether you're from Michigan or not. Like, think about these things, like think about try to be in the mind of a casting director, because the casting is a lot more predictable than you think it is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't have to be
that's
the
so
most sickening
important.
drag queen. They're looking for real people, and whoever brand, like, you know who you are. And I think that's why I got on. It's every episode they were telling me that they loved my audition tape. RuPaul kept telling me that I was very interesting and that I was introspective. And there was something about my audition tape that she really enjoyed.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
That's so cute. I love that. That's great.
That sounded
Yeah.
fake, but like I actually liked it.
No,
Wow,
I'm
that's
saying
awesome.
genuinely.
That's incredible.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh my gosh.
No,
that
it's so
is
cheesy,
cool.
but honestly, just be yourself. Like, and know yourself, know your brand, be yourself at all, and just be authentically yourself. Answer honestly. They're not looking for to be cunty and bitchy and this and that. Like, they just want real people who are honest and like, it's
Agree. Yeah, I think
I'm
that's something that drag queens need to remember. I think the viewers can, but queens, because it's their thing. I'm just rambling, but yes, this is so important. People need to hear it.
Thank you for that advice. When I audition, I will make sure to do that.
Niru, you should tell
20, yeah.
Orion your plan.
Oh, my plan? Okay. I don't do drag, but I want to, make one of my drag friends to put me in drag, and I'm going to audition. And I want to get in Drag Race. Don't bring any outfit. Just bring one outfit and just learn to do makeup one way.
Just didn't
stay for one episode. Oh, just stay one episode. Fight with every girl. Cry. Just, throw a fit. Break some mirrors in the workroom. And then cuss RuPaul out and get eliminated.
Honestly,
And
if you
that's my
do that, they'll
legacy.
probably keep you till the end.
I will just
that's
bring
the
one
thing.
outfit.
Because that's the thing
That's
about
it.
Drag
Just...
Race is you could be the worst drag queen in the world, but if you bring the drama, if you're bringing good TV, they will keep you until the end.
And if they try to keep me like for an episode, I will quit.
You'll pull a Willem and just break all the rules, get
Yeah.
disqualified, or just
That's
leave.
my goal.
Just pull a Dale and say I'm going home.
Oh my god, no,
That's
yeah.
what I'm gonna do.
Or you like escape from the hotel at night, like you leave and I pick you up in my car and we run away. Just kidding, World of Wonder. That will not happen, I pinky promise.
The amount of times that we would leave the hotel room, like,
Ooh,
and go to the little pool, and
I love that.
they'd have a pee, they'd have a pee at the end of the hallway in a chair that would like supposed to be watching, but half the time they weren't there.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Somebody's losing their job.
No, because I think half of those PAs, they don't work on Drag Race anymore. But
Oh, World of Wonder, I'm still looking for my visa thing, so hire me as a PA.
Also, World of Wonder, if you want to contract someone
This
to
is
make
how I
the
get a
next
job.
year's DragCon TikToks or any TikToks, girly,
Girl,
I'll do it.
stop! I'm trying to get a citizenship.
You're trying to be a director. I'm just trying to be a TikToker. Very
I'm trying
different.
to get my citizenship.
Anyway, well, let's get to the next question. Also Michigan related for you, Orion. How would you compare Michigan drag to other cities? Are there any Grand Rapids / Detroit queens you'd like to see compete?
/ Detroit, that's so specific. Honestly, every city that I've gone to, everyone is very different. You know, not just with Michigan, but every single city, I feel like everyone is different. But I think when I started doing drag a couple of years ago, and even before that, it was very pageant based. There was a lot of pageantry, but I think within the last few years, and I don't want to take credit for anything, but I think especially after I got on Drag Race, I think things have definitely become more diverse. There's been a lot of different styles of drag, different drag artists, and I definitely think that people here, especially in Grand Rapids, have been stepping up their game a lot. I remember one of the first few shows that I ever did, I put a styled wig that I had made for callback photos at the end of a show, and someone else in the show with me who had been doing drag for a lot longer than I had said, "You're wearing a styled wig for callbacks?" And I thought that was so like crazy that they would even think that, like, say that. That it's just things like that would make me think like, well, this is why none of you have got on Drag Race so far, you know, like, and it's not like they can't. There's a lot of sickening drag in Michigan. And there were so many people that I would love to see on the show, but I think it's really, I think when the time is right, you know, and a lot of them haven't auditioned or are scared to audition. I have had a lot of Michigan queens say that I inspired them to audition for the show, which I think is amazing because, I mean, personally, from my experience, like, the show is amazing. World of Wonder has been amazing to me, you know, like, I can't speak for anyone else. But it's definitely a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I think the biggest thing that I personally have gotten out of it is I've learned so much about myself from the show. And I think that in itself is worth trying for it, you know? Because it's like, if you know that it's meant for you, and you know, when I auditioned, I knew I was going to get on. I had no doubt about it. I automatically started working on costumes and stuff, like, and that's how you have to be. Like, what I want to instill in everyone is I want everyone to feel the way about themselves the way that I feel about myself. Because, I mean, at this point, everyone else is just a squirrel in my world. Like, I am unhealthily obsessed with myself, and
I love that, as you should be.
Right, and I wasn't always that way. You know, I used to suffer with body dysmorphia, and I hated everything about myself. But now I'm just like, I'll go fuck. Like, I'm cool. I'm cool as fuck. Like, Like I was like, they'd be stupid not to have me, and that's how you have to be. So I really want a lot of these Michigan girls to adopt that attitude. Sorry, I talk a lot.
No, this is
that
perfect.
was
You're on a
good.
podcast. That's what it's for.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a great answer, actually. So just to, summarize, so you're saying all Michigan drag queens were boogers, and now they're turning into Heathers. Can you
Well, I wouldn't
confirm?
say all of them.
Niru putting words into people's mouths every episode.
Watch, they're gonna chop this episode and make me say, yeah, Michigan drag sucks. Everyone sucks.
I'll make sure to do that.
Honestly, I could probably use
Can
the
you
drama.
say fat and ugly for me? Just for the just the sound. Can you?
With the PH.
Oh no, just FAT. Say it.
Fat
Just
and ugly.
Okay, thank you for
There you
that.
go. I got you sound
No, I already know what you're gonna do with that.
Do it. I could use the controversy. Shit, I haven't had anything since I fought with Irene.
Oh,
well,
actually,
maybe...
is that off limits to ask? Because I was gonna.
No, it was, it's like we've made up. We're cool now. And
Good.
I have always followed her since the announcement. Like I think she's a great drag queen. But it's just one of those cases of fuck around and find out because I'm not the right person, or the right one on the wrong day. Like, I think it's, I understand that it's you get on the show and you come off, and I think you get really sensitive and kind of defensive and try to win the fans over or try to keep your name out there, so you want to just shit talk and start drama, and like it's, I mean, that you don't have to do that, but I'm like, you can come for everyone, but when you come for me, like it's not going to end in your favor, and it didn't.
Period.
Yeah.
Period.
No,
Love
one
that.
time we accidentally got Irene really mad at us.
that was kind of
that was technically my idea, so I will take the blame for you, Niru. Like basically, she tweeted out how she
ending up on Reddit because of that.
Not Reddit.
It was like, people who review Drag Race shouldn't be talking about Drag Race. And then I said, and like she was like basically implying she doesn't like Drag Race reviews. So I was like, Niru, you need to reply in this like, we would love to have you on press conference, heart emoji. Then we thought they would understand we were joking. They did not.
I see, when I hear people say that, it's just like, do you really care about that, or are you just mad that they're not talking about you?
Oh.
And I'm not, and not even just not just Irene, I'm just talking in general. Like there's like, why do girls feel like they have to be like cunts and just like talk shit? Like, not every opinion that you have needs to be voiced. Sometimes there's this thing called keeping it to yourself.
Yeah.
And it really works wonders.
Agree.
And it will definitely change your life for the better. But it's, I think especially in situations like that, it's, I think, just a lot of projection, but
yeah,
it's also like,
totally.
So many queens say that like, if you don't do drag, don't talk about the show, which I personally think that if people don't talk about the show's going to be irrelevant.
Right.
Obviously there's like a level of respect, or you can't be like, disgusting about it.
Right.
But there's like certain respectful way of like talking about the show, which hopefully we do. But it's just crazy, like, you shouldn't talk about the show because if we don't.
But
talk
you
about
know
it,
what? It's always the same people that like they were talking shit. They were talking about the show before they got on the show. Like it's hypocritical, and I honestly, like I said, I think it's a lot of projection, because the girls that are successful after Drag Race, the girls who are working and they're, you know, getting really great deals and they're staying booked, they're not the ones sitting there talking shit and being bitter. It's always the girls who, you know, maybe didn't get the best edit on the show or didn't get the best run. You know, it's
right.
well, I will say happy people don't feel the need to be bitter.
Mm.
And it's the same with bullies. You know, I think bullies bully people because it's projection. You know, it's they're projecting the way they feel about themselves. So you can't really take a lot of that stuff to heart, especially like, I mean, going back to this situation with, you know, Irene coming for me, like that stuff doesn't bother me because I just know like it's just a projection on how other people feel about themselves.
Right.
And you know, I don't have to sit here and tell everyone that I'm sickening because I already know I'm sickening. It's the, you know, the people that are sitting there trying to convince everyone that they're sickening. If you have to convince someone that you're sickening, you're probably not as sickening as you think you are.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
Get 'em.
Tea. Well, moving on to another question from Shay. They want to know, so how high were you on the show? A girl would like to know.
Honestly, probably not as high as everyone thinks. I mean, there was definitely a lot of times where I was, and I was, you know, because I had, I was the first room in the hotel when we walk up the stairs, so all the girls would stop at my room, and I would get them high before we'd go on set or go to bed. And it's funny because all of the moments on the show that everyone's like, oh, she's so high, like the Meet the Queens, I was not high at all, and everyone was so convinced that I was like fucked up. And
oh my gosh.
I mean, I will say the one moment that I was pretty high was that episode 3 when RuPaul was like, oh, you're so beautiful, you know that, right? And I was like, yeah. I was so confused. I was like, why is she like, does she not think that I think I am, or like why is she questioning me? Like, does she think I'm like, I was like, yeah, I guess. But
oh my god.
it was that, and that lip sync before I went home in my bunny outfit, I was pretty high for that lip sync. I was like, I knew I was going home, and I was like, I'm gonna get high, and I'm just gonna enjoy this.
Hell yeah.
I told Georges, I was like, you're probably gonna win this lip sync, but I'm still gonna fight. You know, I'm still putting up a fight.
Yeah, I love that.
And you did.
Who was higher, you or Georges?
Probably me up until the point I left. I actually helped. I smuggled in weed after I left. I helped smuggle in weed for Georges.
Yeah, her pen got taken away.
Yeah, I helped sneak in a new one for her. It was, but I mean, if anyone asked, if World of Wonder, if you're watching this, I'm just kidding.
They're gonna check your bags extra hard next time when you go.
Well, I like to see them try. I'll put it up my ass.
That's
They're gonna have to get me erect to look
There's
down.
no squat and cough in World of Wonder.
The PAs don't get paid enough for that.
Oh my god. All right, our next question is from Emma, and they would like to know, who are you originally going to play on Snatch Game?
So my original, when I made my audition tape, I wanted to do Sherry Lewis and Lamb Chop, and they told me I couldn't because of copyright. So my other two options, which I was debating between, I was going to do Molly Shannon as Mary Catherine Gallagher, which I posted this online already, my Snatch Game options.
Okay.
And
wow.
or I was going to do Kim Zolciak from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Oh.
And it would have been really funny because June was going to do Nene Leakes.
Oh,
and
yes.
Those two like were had the feud on the show.
Yeah.
And it was funny because when I got there to the hotel, and they like the story producers, like they call you and like kind of talk to you before you start filming, you walk in the workroom and everything, and they were telling me that they loved my Snatch Game, and that they had actually worked with Kim Zolciak on her show and this and that, and they're like, oh my god, it's so spot on, this, and they were like, yeah, I'm really excited for your Snatch Game. And unfortunately I didn't make it to it, but that was the one challenge I was the most excited for, because I was like so prepared for it.
I love that. Well, you'll get to do it next time.
Right. And then I just totally jinx myself. Watch me just pull a Trixie and just bomb it.
No, you'll have to do that awful Snatch Game of Love. I hate that format so much.
I hate it.
Well, hopefully they'll have something new.
Oh no, it's the Snatch Game of Love.
Well,
oh, you know
the
that for
IMDb
sure.
thing says Snatch Game of Love, so
yes,
oh, yeah.
And that is
for
how you know it.
15.
No, literally, that's how I know it. I don't look at spoilers. I'm only told spoilers by insiders, okay? Because I'm famous.
I don't look up spoilers, but like I'm friends with everyone, so they just tell me all the shit that happens because they want to vent, and I'm like, no, it's just like this All-Star season. I'm like, I already know what happens, but I'm like, I'm still trying to enjoy it, and I'm like trying to tune out and forget as much as possible so that I can enjoy it and not know what's gonna happen.
No, I feel
people will just spoilers if.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I look up spoilers if my favorite, like somebody I know, is on. So like, since Darian was on, I really like Darian, so I looked it up. And yeah,
I love Darian.
I get told spoilers at play.
Which play do you work at?
Both, but my base is Nashville, so anytime you see play on your live, it's usually me. Like the play account, just like
I know they wouldn't book me. They said they didn't want me. I was so bitter. Yeah, I've tried to go there multiple times, and they said no every time.
No. So one last question is from Jack Fed. Don't know who that is. Ugh. What's your favorite puppet or creation you've made, and give us the story of the construction?
I mean, I've made quite a few. I think Stephen is probably my favorite, mostly because that was, which for those who don't know, was the big pink dragon that I made for the Drag Race finale. That was the biggest puppet that I've ever made, like up until that point. And it was one of those projects where I had originally actually reached out to the Jim Henson Company and was going to have them do it, but they were going to quote me like quite a bit of money, and it was going to take like 8 to 9 weeks, and I was like, I have a month. And so I said, it was like, if there's a will, there's a way, and it was a lot of trial and error. Like, it was my first time making like a blinking mechanism and figuring things out. So it took me a month. I took the whole month of March off to make it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a lot of like, I had to make a lot of mock-ups, and it was a learning experience, but it was a huge payoff. Like, it came out even better than I could have imagined. And it was really admirable for me because I didn't get to show any of the puppets that I brought with me to Drag Race, and I brought a lot of them. And I so it was like one of those full circle, like, okay, I finally got to show off my puppet skills. And it was, I don't think anyone has ever really done anything like that on Drag Race, so it was nice, kind of like a first to do something like that.
That was really good. The dragon,
so
like
cool.
The finale, look, it was really good. Can you make a puppet of my face? You'll need a lot of materials to cover the surface.
Well, be careful what you wish for.
We don't need 2 of you, Niru. We don't need 2 of you.
I'm gonna go to Build-A-Bear and get one of those little voice boxes so you can like press it and it'll say a catchphrase.
Oh,
delete.
Delete.
So what would you want it to say? What's your catchphrase?
Oh, I'm gonna quote SNL for this. An apple a day keeps the haters away.
You gotta say it sassier than that, though. If you're gonna
do it, definitely, of course.
Gonna give it your all. Pull out your inner actress.
Yes, definitely.
Gotta take it as
You're
seriously.
not
Like
gonna do it now? You're not gonna do it now?
you're like, I was in the bottom last week, and I am not gonna go home this week, so I gotta bring out all of the stops. I gotta be fucking Broadway in this.
Oh, Broadway.
Yeah.
Do
I
it.
actually did you all know that I'm actually a Broadway artist? Yeah, I once was in an off-Broadway play.
I love
Not Broadway
liars.
technically. No, I
So what
was.
she's saying is she did one musical in high school.
No, I was in the off-Broadway musical in 2019.
For what?
Once Upon a Mattress.
What the hell is that?
It's a play. I was the mattress.
Is that a play about like laundering money?
It's like The Princess and the Pea, basically.
I'm just making it up.
Nita's just being Nita loves to lie.
I was just being.
I know a liar when I see one.
I could be in the.
I just wanted to see how deep you would go into your lie.
Yeah.
Honestly, I could go on and on. I love to lie.
Yeah, we know. We know. Don't worry.
That's good to know. That's good to know for the future. Not like we didn't know already, but
sometimes I lie so much that I start believing the lie.
And honestly, that's how you have to be. It's the delusion, that delusional confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and here's the thing: is if you think it's true, you get to the point where it's like it becomes true for you, then it becomes true for everyone else.
That's right.
True. That very, very, very that.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
And Mama, that's drag.
No, because on the episode 1 that I get on, even if I get on as a makeover guest.
So what would you do for your talent show?
Oh yeah, episode 1 is talent show. I gotta think of that because I gotta end up in the bottom, so I gotta do something really bad. So
But it could be so
I'll try
bad
to do like I'll try to do like a stand-up.
You can read your most terrible tweets. Like, just there are plenty of them.
You could read RuPaul fan fiction.
Actually,
that's actually a really good idea.
And I can act it out.
I literally just saw a light bulb go off.
Actually, that would be my talent show. Oh, they'll have to cut that out of the actual programming because it'd be too risque.
You didn't know. You just take a Twilight fan fiction and you just replace Edward with RuPaul and Bella with Michelle.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's
the hilarious Ross Matthews, but you have to say that for everything instead of
the
just
hilarious.
It has to be the hilarious. It has to preface that before each time.
The hilarious Ross Matthews with that little. Honestly, you actually give me a good idea. Okay, I'm gonna get started. Season 17.
I would read it.
Season 17. Here I come. Miss Sewage in the house. That's gonna be can't wait. I'll be the stunt casting. Oh, they will actually have to cut out episode 1. And they have to do the entrance again.
They're gonna give you the cherry pie treatment.
Oh,
I was thinking the same thing.
I was trying not to say the name, but you said it.
Okay,
I keep it real. I like to keep it real.
You're so real for that.
Oh yeah, just like I'm not like other girls.
You read books.
Yeah, I read books
Serena
and fiction, and I write it too.
Okay, let's move on to the episode. So this episode we had a ball. It was a supermarket kind of theme. So we had 3 runways: legendary looks, fruity patootie, and supermarket supermodel. So our first up, we're going to talk about Alexis Michelle. What do we think of this package?
It was safe. I mean, I loved her cow. The dairy one. I loved the jacket, the cow print denim jacket. I thought it was fun. The second look, the top. There's something about the top, like the bodice part, that I'm not crazy about. I wish it was a little bit more asymmetrical to kind of match the skirt part.
Yeah.
But I love the hair. It was gorgeous. The third was all right. It was well constructed. It was cohesive. It was safe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I didn't get, because it's supermarket based, right? But the materials, is it like things you find in the supermarket, or what is it? I didn't get that.
Like the
'Cause
prompt
it
or
didn't,
what Alexis pulled?
the prompt, like what was it? Like what materials did they have?
I think it was they gave them materials from a supermarket, but I don't think that they had to make something inspired by the supermarket, if
Oh.
that makes sense.
But then if you get something from supermarket, you'll find everything in the supermarket. So there's not much of a challenge.
It was more just kind of like take these materials and make something.
Yeah. And it's like
Oh.
produce and like food items mostly. They didn't really stray too far into like, because obviously supermarket sells clothes, but you didn't catch any clothes there, obviously.
Right.
And like they focused more on the produce and food.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
You say so.
Wow. Thank you for believing in me, Niru.
I like the first look. The last look, I don't like it. But I
Same.
also get that she made it. But the bottom half reminds me of a hut that we can find back in Nepal. It's
Mhm.
it's giving a hut, so I'm not a
It's
fan
not
of
my
it.
least favorite, but it's not my favorite.
I'll give it a soft 8, a nibble.
Yeah. Overall, this package was a nibble for me as well. I'm not going to repeat everything everyone just said because I'm kind of on the same page. But I really did like the blueberry look. Out of most of like
Oh, it was supposed to
the
be blueberry.
yeah.
What did you think it was?
I thought it was like quinceanera or something like that. I forgot that the prompt was like a fruit.
Yes,
My bad.
she's got blueberries in her hair, some dots.
Oh.
You know, I like it. It was a big like it stood out to me in that category. It may not have been like the best one, but it really stood out. So it's also
I
a
got it. As soon as
nibble
I
for
saw it, I
me.
got it.
Me too.
I love the little blueberry hair. Like, it was
The
cute.
hair is pretty
Yes,
good.
it was beautiful.
Orion, what do you give it as a whole?
It's a soft nipple.
A soft nibble. Okay.
Just a little.
It's a nipple.
Oh my god. Okay, next we have Darien Lake. What you think? Tell us your thoughts on this.
The dairy, the first one, it doesn't. I think looking at it, had I not known the prompt beforehand, I probably wouldn't think milk. Like, I don't think that's where I automatically go to. The second one, I don't really like the bodysuit. It kind of looks like she has shingles. I wish the hair doesn't really go with it. It doesn't make sense. I wish for the hair she would have done something to kind of like emulate like the whipped cream with the cherry on top, like kind of keep it a little more cohesive. The third, I just don't like it.
Yeah. This was a this was a tough night for me. I gotta say it.
Yeah.
Too.
And you know what's sad? I love Darian so much, and I just like I just feel like she's holding back this season.
Yeah. She was like the first Rue girl to ever like talk to me.
Yeah.
Chat with me, and it's really I really like her.
She's the sweetest. She's the sweetest.
Really. And the first look, I will defend it. Actually, I really like. I think she looks really pretty.
She looks great, but I just don't.
Yeah.
It doesn't give me dairy.
Yeah, I totally see that. And then the second look and the third look, I'm not a fan of it. So, unfortunately, Darian, I gotta give you a regurgitate.
I also unfortunately have to give Darien a regurgitate, but I do enjoy the first look as a generic like look outside of the category, like we've all basically said. It's just hard to see the drips at the bottom, like because it's all I assume the same fabric, so it just all kind of blends together with the lights. But I love her and I can't wait to see what she pulls next. All right.
Likewise.
And I don't know,
So,
just literally
Ryan,
anything else.
Are you also regurgitate?
Yes, I'm gonna regurgitate it, but I did take a Prilosec, so hopefully it won't be as heinous of a regurgitation.
Okay. It won't be as disruptive.
Next, we have Heidi and Closet.
I
That
think
was napkin?
her strawberry look was probably my favorite look of the night.
I agree.
I loved it.
Same.
It's so good. Everything about it, every detail,
So
like
cute.
the pants, it's so creative. I love the silhouette. I think she definitely got robbed for this episode. For
I
sure.
Totally.
agree.
Her milkman look was cute. Her third look was, I loved it. I didn't like the length of the skirt. I didn't like the cutoff of it, but I mean, it's for being something that she made in the workroom, like it's great, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, compared to everybody's look that they made, that was the strongest, in my opinion. The one she made in the workroom.
Yeah, and they only give you like 8 hours to work on it,
See?
so
That's crazy.
like
Wow.
making that in 8 hours, and especially making that in the same amount of time that it took Lala Reed to make that bag look on her season, which we will get into, but it was cute. I love Heidi's glow up since her season has been like
amazing. Yeah.
Amazing, and I'm really good friends with Heidi. I spent a lot of time with her during DragCon weekend, and she is like one of the most amazing people ever.
I love Heidi.
So you agree that she was robbed? That
Yes.
she should have been the top or the winner
at gunpoint. Rigor Morris.
Yes, very agreed. Ooh.
Is that all you have to say? Wow, Nita, you're gonna go to the next person without.
Oh, wait. Devoured.
First off, not even giving an 8 or regurgitate. Second off, just leaving me in the dust.
Oh wait, I forget that you are here. Devoured for me.
Devour and golf. Shove it down my gullet. I love it.
I love Heidi. This is Devour, no questions asked. I even liked her fashion in season 12, and now I love it like infinity with what she's got now. I just love Heidi, and I can't wait to work with her soon.
Love that.
Next, we have James Mansfield.
I think James is one of the ones that I'm probably the most excited to see back. I think again, her glow up since her season has been amazing, and I've been loving everything that she's been bringing so far. She seems a lot more confident. She's hilarious. I love her looks. She's definitely bringing the fashion in a very James Mansfield way. I loved her first look, was so creative with the giant cookies in the hands. I loved it. Even the look that she made too, I was like, it's so polished, it's so clean, it looks amazing with the puppet, the details, the way she sells it. Like there's even on her season, like there's always been something about James that just like really draws you in. Like she's so captivating.
I agree. Also, but her like look that she made is just fabric. So they gave them fabric as well, or not just unconventional materials.
I think it was probably like tablecloths and things like that. I'm not into.
Yeah, probably.
She looks really good though. I think she looks great.
8 or regurgitate.
This photo, whoever took this photo needs to be jailed. What? This is third photo is
yeah,
so...
some of these screenshots from the episodes are
Hey Niru, 8 or regurgitate?
It's a 8 and 1.
Yes, Niru, you never said.
Oh, I 8. Sorry.
You came up with this segment.
8.
Okay.
I'm 8 and going back for seconds.
Yes.
Ooh.
I love it too. I love James. We've been I'm a James girly.
I remember actually, because James was on the episode that I went home on my season, and I was on her group, and I texted her afterwards, and I said, how does it know? How do you feel? How do you feel knowing that you crushed my dreams or something like that? And she's like, I love giving back to my community. Yeah, I love James.
That is so
I love that.
funny. All right, next we have Jessica Wilde. There we go.
I will say the supermarket look that she made, I don't think that that's probably the best she's ever looked. And I like in her hair, her face, like, I mean, the costume was all right, but
Yeah.
I think just like from here up looking at her, like she looks stunning. I don't think this was my favorite of the night. It was safe.
I agree.
I don't know if she would have been the top for me personally. I mean, she looked great. Again, it was safe, but it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
I like the first and the second look. I mean, I like the looks overall. Like, I don't love it, but I like it. The flower look, I don't like the, like, the little thing, what is it called? It's hanging.
The train?
The fabric. Yeah, the train, but it's not a train because it's not on the floor.
Like a little bustle kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't like it. But I get why she did it.
It was all right. It was safe.
Yeah, I really liked the second look, the patootie look. I thought it was gorgeous, and I did enjoy the other two, but I still I don't I love it, but I still think Heidi was a stronger package for this runway.
I think the judging this season has seemed a little off at some points.
Yeah, it was still an 8 though. I liked it.
Yeah,
I'll eat it.
I'll eat it too.
Yes,
I'll take a bite.
Take a bite.
Next.
Take a nibble.
Oh yes.
Next we have Jimbo. Oh wait, Jimbo.
You're gonna use that gag every time, aren't you?
I am going to do this every because I paid for it. I might have to use it.
I'm wearing my Jimbo merch right now. You can't see it, but
cute. I will say Jimbo and Crystal Method have some of the best merch out there. Like I just like their all around that they use.
I had to go. I went up to the booth. I'm good friends with Jimbo and their husband. They're very sweet. And I went up to the booth when they were setting up and I said, I want the pants and the sweatshirt. I want the full tracksuit set. And it's so comfortable.
I bet.
And my favorite part is they have like custom. They even have custom tags on it with Jimbo's face on it. And I was like,
oh my god!
Yeah, I was like that's commitment.
That's incredible.
My favorite merch I've ever bought from anybody.
Oh, I'm gonna get it if they have it in my size. Also, the reason I got this was to make the Pangina joke last week. So I'm gonna have to use this every episode.
Is there actual lipstick inside of it?
This is like empty. I didn't pay that much. I just paid like the half.
Yeah, you got it on Etsy.
I did. I was like, we got it on our names too. It's just up there. I don't want to get up.
Wow.
But this was just for the joke.
I'm
sending Jimbo home.
I think if we ever have Jimbo on the podcast, we should start with that.
I'm gonna be like,
I thought about I should get one of those made that says RuPaul.
Oh my god,
yes.
And then when you go pull out a RuPaul lipstick, they would gag.
Yeah. Do it. And what if RuPaul actually gets up and leaves? And there's
RuPaul's
no judge for
this
the rest
is my
of the
cue
season.
to finally retire. Goodbye.
Literally. Like, there you go, Sasha. You can take over.
Sasha's on hold the whole time.
It's all right. It's cute.
Yeah.
Again, it was one of those ones where looking at the package, not knowing the theme beforehand, I probably wouldn't know what the runway theme was. The first one, I don't know if it really gives me milk. It's more of like a cum rag kind of thing with the bubbles, but it's like a weekend after white party. Yeah, it's like when someone they get on prep and they're like, okay, it's Pride. The second one, I don't know. I don't know if I really understand the fruity reference. That might just be me. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if you
I
guys.
think,
They're just gay icons because they're fruity.
yeah, fruity. But I think having
Oh, like
Cher
literally
kind of,
fruity.
yeah, but having Cher kind of, I think, took like moved me away from that idea because Cher is not gay. I know she's an icon, but she's not queer in that sense. So
Right.
it would have made more sense if it was just like RuPaul and other like.
And that's why I was a little confused about it. I was
Yeah.
like, I didn't really understand. Like,
Also Cher in the booby area. That the morph in that face. Please show it to Ryan. Like that's injustice to her. Please zoom in to Cher in the boob area, please.
Oh no!
Wait, need
I
to
don't know.
tweet. Need to tweet this.
It's just having an allergic reaction. She got stung by a bee.
Maloney from Phineas and Ferb.
Not that.
Oh my god!
Which TikTok filter is that?
Wait, it's that new baby one. You know where they make the eyes like
Oh my
far apart
God.
and then like make your face.
I do like her thinking out of the box. That I will say, but I don't think it worked per se. But I do like it because last week she did the internet where it was
I
Net
loved
Gala.
that
She
one
did-
so
yeah.
much.
That was so. So I like that she's thinking out of the box. Like that's Jimbo, thinking out of the box. As for the last look, I don't like it. I love Jimbo, but this like is very safe.
It was very safe. It wasn't my favorite. It wasn't the worst, but it was okay.
Yeah. She you know what she looks like when Katy Perry did the hamburger look, when she takes off the hamburger, that's the dress that she has inside. The lettuce. That's what it like reminded me of. Oh, but I wasn't a fan of it this particular.
I also thought it was a pretty safe runway for Jimbo this episode.
Well, and that's the thing is watching the show, you watch the runways and you can tell like the runways that the girls spent their money on, and then other runways like you have to be a little bit more cost effective on.
Yeah.
And I think these were definitely looks that you could tell they didn't spend very much money on.
Right.
Compared to some of the other looks like last week, the like internet one, like but it's also like I know that going forward there will be better looks on the season that Jimbo will bring, so it's one of those like it wasn't Jimbo's episode, but it was okay.
Yeah. And I'm sure Jimbo like knew this wasn't gonna be like their episode. It's like a design challenge. So.
This was safe.
Yeah, safe.
I'll still eat it.
It's an 8.
I'll still eat it.
100%.
Just for the share space, I'll eat it.
I'll eat it.
All right, next we have Kahana Montrese.
This package was so good. Kahana's she's bringing all the looks, every episode. Like her looks have been so polished and so amazing.
Yeah,
and it's sad because I feel like she's not getting as much recognition, it seems, as she deserves this season because like she's been bringing these looks. She looks amazing every single time she steps out there.
I agree. Also,
and again, she's another one that like her glow up since her season has been incredible.
Yes.
Honestly. The second look, it's right next to Heidi's second look for me. The Babs reference, it's just so beautiful. The banana, like it's so beautiful. I also think that Kahana also should have been in the top.
Yes.
Maybe Heidi should have won and she should have been in the top.
I just couldn't believe that she wasn't. I was shocked. I loved every single one of these, like especially the Fruity Patootie look. That banana is iconic.
Oh, it looks so good. The hair too. I love the hair.
I hope she made Lolita Banana proud.
The host of Drag Race Mexico cast reveal tomorrow.
Well, they've already leaked the cast, so
Oh, what?
Yeah, MTV already leaked the cast by accident.
Oh, they did. In the plot, they revealed everybody.
Wait, what? I missed this.
Oh,
Yeah,
it was
MTV,
yeah,
they like posted like the synopsis for the first episode
yeah,
or whatever, and it had the whole cast list on it.
yeah. And one of the queen's name is Pixie. By the time this episode comes out, the
Pixie
cast will be out.
Polite. A fairy is
I think I followed her. I think I follow her.
Pixie?
I think so.
Next we got Candy Muse.
I think the first one, the dairy, I think is in the same kind of vein as Darian and Jimbo, but it works. And I think it works
Mhm.
because it has the more splashed effect where it gives me more milk than the other ones.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And the second look, it was cute. It was not the most memorable look of the night, but
Mhm.
she looked great. The second
Yeah.
look, it was good. I liked it for something that she made in the workroom. If it had been something that she brought with her, I would not have liked it. But
Mhm.
Candy always looks great. Her mug is
Agreed.
incredible.
I agree.
That
I will
hot pink
eat it.
blush.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I will eat it, but I will definitely say that this should have been saved. Like, she should have been just saved for this.
Yes,
Agreed.
I
I
agree.
love Candy and I loved these runways,
Same.
but I
Love
feel
her.
like I have seen that red look in a different font the past 3 episodes. So I'm excited to see some. I'm assuming that was just, the luck of the draw. So from here on out, I'm excited to see some different things.
Just like Bosco's bra panty. Forgive me, Father, for I love her though. You know what? As you should. I will never
Listen,
fault her.
if you can get away with wearing AliExpress on the runway, do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
literally. But yeah, eight for Candy.
Yeah, I'll give it a 8 too.
Yeah, I'll eat it.
Also, for Kahana, I'm gonna change it to Devoured. That banana runway is so much for me. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
just for that runway alone.
That runway is a devour for
Absolutely.
sure. Okay, next we have Lalaurie.
So I will say the first one, it looks like a performance costume for a girl group challenge. It doesn't seem like a runway to me.
Mm-hmm.
The second one, I think I would like it more if it was actual latex. It looks like vinyl, which is
oh, yeah.
a pretty neat material. It was kind of it was a basic concept. The third look, it was definitely not my favorite of the night. Not my favorite package.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna be low.
I did too.
Me three.
I
I was
Also-
confused.
The second picture, whoever took this pictures, please contact me so I can yell at you. Because what is this photo? She looks shocked in that.
They've been doing some of these girls dirty with some of these photos.
This is criminal. She looks shocked. Like, just,
At least on our season, they were just taking like iPad selfies of us and our looks in the workroom.
Oh my god.
And it literally looked like interrogation photos. Like, it was not cute at all. That's probably one of my favorite photos is me as Sue just hunched over in the workroom, and they just came over and iPad into the photo. And that was like the runway photo.
Oh my god.
Oh
like,
my
oh God.
gosh. Yeah, I love Lala, but I really was not feeling
Same. Love her.
any of
No.
them. Especially the Fruity Patootie one. I just wasn't for me. And the third
Yeah.
look, I think she looks gorgeous, but putting the producer / Rue hat on, if anyone else did that, they would be red to filth and put in the bottom. So, but
Yeah.
it was a regurgitate for me this episode.
The storyline of her like doing the bag look and then being on top was cute.
I think that's the
organically.
reason. I think that's the reason why she was in the top is because they wanted to give her that redemption moment of,
Yeah.
like look at what she made now. Look at how far she's come. Which
Yes.
it was a regurgitate for me, but
Yeah.
they wanted her to have her moment.
Yeah, they
I
tried.
very much agree.
Oh my gosh. Well, moving on, we have Mrs. Kasha Davis.
It
Also,
looks like she skinned a Teletubby, bleached the hide,
Oh,
and made a gown out of it.
damn. That's.
I thought that I didn't understand why she was like pouting when she came out, and then when I heard that it was sour cream, I was like, okay, I get it now. But it wasn't as clear at first.
Yeah.
It was a cute concept. It was, again, not my favorite, but
yeah. And then next we have another fruity
Banana.
patootie.
I fucking love this look.
Yeah.
It was
This
so
I
good.
think
I
she
dropped
looks
my phone.
she looks amazing in this.
Agreed.
Really does.
And to
Like
take
I
it
want that costume.
It's beautiful. She's
Right? It's
giving
so
showgirl.
pretty. Uh-huh.
And lastly, to just do a full 180, we have the design.
It's giving like she fell on a Scholastic book fair rack and just like stood up and said, "I'll take it."
God, she bought the those like little pamphlets you'd get where you could buy them. She just said yes to all of them.
Oh my god, yeah. Where your school would give you the magazines of like, oh, you can sell like a certain amount of chocolate bars and you can get this.
Yes.
This certain, yeah. It was
oh my
very
god.
that.
Did you ever sell or were you someone that just like did it?
I think I sold maybe once, but like my family never gave a fuck about any of that. So like going to the Scholastic book fair and stuff, like I only did that like if it was like I saved my money from like my birthday or something, like so it was one of those, I'll live vicariously through everyone else. I'll look at the magazine and like be like, oh yeah, I want this, but I'm not gonna get it.
My parents hated like fundraiser things where you like go and ask people to buy stuff. So they never let me, they were like, you're not doing that. And I'm grateful that I didn't, because like I would hate to be on the receiving end of like some kid coming to your door asking you to buy something, like
it's
some
a
overpriced cookie dough.
To selling paparazzi jewelry on Facebook Live.
Oh my god, the MLM like gateway drug. It makes sense now.
Oh my god, do you get like blown up with those TikTok lives of people selling those like, oh, we're gonna do one of those bath bombs with the ring in it. This is a $100 estimated ring, and it's a cubic zirconium, and we're gonna give it to you for $20.
Yes,
like,
I get those. I get people selling not even lace or just hard front ugly ass wigs.
Oh my god, yes. And they're like selling it for so much, and I'm like, you could get that in AliExpress for $9.
Literally.
I thought this girl was selling these like emergency safety like keychains or whatever, where had like the
with the custom like little things on the side or whatever.
Yeah, and she's like $30 each. I went on AliExpress and looked it up. They had the same exact ones on there for $10. It's like people just buy this shit and then just like sell it for more. It's like drop shipping. I'm like, you can't fool me. Listen,
I get Google reverse image search.
Yeah, I'm like,
I get the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
You go ahead. You got something to say?
No, because I get the ones where somebody's sleeping and then you have to like people give them gifts and then
my god,
somebody will make a noise and they get up and they're like, huh? And then they go back to sleep and then I love that.
Okay, those are kind of fun. I'm not gonna
lie. Honestly, they probably make so much money doing that though.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
There's also another one. Somebody is in like a full mask and a costume,
and they're trying to wake someone up.
No, it's like panting. They're like panting and looking at the camera, and they're just panting, and the whole thing is just them like saying people's name and panting. I get those all the time.
You're a weird, I was gonna say like one time I scrolled on live and then I found myself watching Tyler Oakley dressing up as Chicken Little with feathers all over his face, but that's way weirder, so we're gonna go with that.
I think I have a photo. I took a screenshot.
Are you sure this isn't just you doing daily affirmations in the mirror in the morning?
Wait, did I delete it? I took a screenshot. I was like, I can't. This is.
Picture didn't
hurry
happen.
up. Just kidding.
Yeah, you're fucking taking
You're
forever.
taking forever.
I don't have
Taking
all day.
precious time out of Orion's day to look for his screenshot.
This is so worth it. I'm telling you, this is worth it.
Okay.
Oh, please. I really wish I didn't delete it. Oh.
Are
I
you
got
going
so
through your
weirded out. I was gonna tweet it too. I was like,
You know,
this
I'm
is-
sure you'll find it again.
Yeah, I'm gonna post it once I find it.
Yeah, and
'cause
just
I
tag
can find it here.
tag Orion.
Oh my god, it was
Yeah.
so.
I guess if you're listening, to the people listening, tweet at us at We Are Pressed #press conference. The weirdest lives you get on your free page.
Yes.
But anyways, going back to the episode, the Maxi Challenge winner was Jessica Wilde. How do you feel about that, Orion?
I wouldn't say that I agreed with it at all, but I was a little thrown off by it. But I mean, work. She's $35,000 richer, so
Yes.
well,
that
before
was kind of cool.
Yes, she beat Raja O'Hara in Coconuts by Kim Petras.
The
What are your
song.
thoughts on them giving that for Raja O'Hara to lip sync to?
And
That
was
is a no for me.
Yeah, but I think they tell them ahead of time what the song is, so
She should have said
Yeah.
no. Raja
she
should
could
have
have
said
come.
no.
She could have came up with something better, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so interesting. It's in the hall of like terrible song choices for lip sync assassins, like the Hall
It's
of
like
Fame
giving
for
Kennedy that awful song.
Yes.
Remember that in All Stars
yeah.
5 or something?
When
Oh,
Kennedy got that song, when Cameron Michaels got Boom Clap, and now
Oh my
when
God.
Raja
Jail.
got Coconuts.
Jail.
Poor
But
girl.
also, like, what's the deal with them recycling lip sync songs lately? They've been
I
doing that a lot.
know, I've noticed that.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've
Oh.
reused so much stuff.
They need
All
to
of the
redo
lip sync
those
songs for the finale, I feel like they were like Knock on Wood, and
Oh,
like they
yeah.
were. I was like, it's the finale. You couldn't have afforded like a Gaga song or something, like
Yeah.
something that you haven't done
Because-
already. There's so many songs out there that like would be amazing fucking lip sync songs, like. And they've had songs on like the lip sync lists before that they didn't use. Like they have some good ones on our season. We had what's that Lauryn Hill song?
Oh, yes. I forgot the name, but yes.
Yeah, girl, you know you better watch. Yeah, but I was like, there's
Yeah.
too many white girls on this cast to know all the words to the rap. And I will say that they had a Lana Del Rey song on there, and then as soon as I went home, they took it off.
I
Oh,
want it was
wow.
there for you.
I was a little salty about that, but
Oh my gosh. No. Okay, and the bottom two for this episode were Darian Lake and Mrs. Kasha Davis, and Mrs. Kasha Davis was eliminated. What are your thoughts on this?
I was heartbroken and devastated, and I will never be the same about it. And
Yeah.
listen, I love Darian, I do, but she was. Had I been in that position, I probably would have sent Darian home.
Mm-hmm.
I think
There's
she was the
for-
weakest out of I think the group that challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But she had also been in the bottom
Oh, yeah. Episode
previously. Like I think based on track record, it made sense for Darian to go home. So I think that was a little like
I
I was a
feel
little,
bad for her because episode 1, I don't think she should have been in the bottom.
I don't think so either. But I will say though, when Miss Kasha Davis said her exit line, I definitely cried.
That was
I was so sad.
I
There
definitely cried.
always time for kindness. Oh, love it. So sad.
This episode is just brutally heartbreaking every single episode when someone goes home, especially this one.
And it's hard because I love everyone on this season.
Yeah.
We're watching them go home.
Amazing.
Like it's
gonna be tough.
that first episode, I was like, I don't want any of them to go home. Like I didn't want Monica to go home. I didn't like it's been hard watching
Yeah.
this. It's like, oh, I love all of these girls.
Episode 1 and episode 3 was the hard one, really.
Yeah. And I think it's probably and I don't think it's going to be the hardest one from the season. Like I just have a feeling.
Definitely not.
Like
Yeah.
Ugh.
I'm like, I haven't cried over Drag Race in so long since I went home, and I'm like, I definitely have been like very emotional this season. I'm like, I don't know if I can handle this.
Yeah. There's always time for kindness. Love that. So sad.
And we have one final question for you. Who is your top 2 for this season, and who do you think will win?
Ooh, my top 2. I would love to see Heidi in the top. But I mean, from the sounds of what she's been putting online, I'm not sure about that. And I definitely see Jimbo being in the top 2. I think Jimbo so far has had one of the strongest packages. But honestly, and I know this is a cheesy answer, I would love to see any of them in the top. Like I'd be happy if any of them won.
I agree.
There's not really anyone in particular this season that I'm like, this is the clear set winner. I think so far, but it's still pretty early. You know?
Yeah.
For me, like Jimbo and Jessica are the top 2. I think they're going to be the top 2.
Yeah,
but then there's Candy, so you know it's always.
I also think that Alexis Michelle has had a pretty strong package.
Yes.
So far, and she's been carrying Untucked.
Yeah.
So I definitely see her making it very far.
Yeah.
So many good. Like this cast is really good, really great.
Yeah, this is when the cast was announced, a lot of people online were like, "Oh, these are a lot of early outs, this and that." Like, it's going to be an awful season. But I was like, no, I think that's the best kind of season because it's girls that you didn't really get to see much of. Bring it, and not only bring it, but see what they can do now. Because I love when there's enough time in between the original season when they come back. That's why I love seeing like the earlier season girls come back because they've grown so much since then. I hate when girls come back right after their season because there's no growth. Like they're still kind of the same. I think that's what All Stars is really about is besides winning, it's really about showing how much you've grown.
Totally. I agree. That's why All Star 6 was so good with Kylie winning. Like it felt really, really good.
I say this every time we talk about like All Stars and how it should be people like doing a 180. I'm waiting for the day that the princess goes back on. I just know she would absolutely devour that competition.
You think so?
Yeah, she's changed so much since the show. Like she doesn't even look like the same person. Like I do not recognize season 4 princess.
I haven't really seen her.
Oh my gosh.
She doesn't really post much online, does she?
No, not really, I guess. She posts like pictures, but not really performance videos, but she makes all of her stuff for the most part. And it's all like pretty elevated. Her makeup style is completely different. It's like, you know how season 4 was. It was like, just regular makeup, but now it's like the big eye and like she's great. Like I'll try to find some videos on my phone and send them to you because I record her all the time. Like she's great.
And she's is she at Nashville or is she at
Nashville?
Nashville, okay.
And she's like the host every week, so she's on the mic all the time too, and she's really good.
They should do an all-star season of just the hosts of different bars. Like the princess, you have from Showgirls Morgan, like people like that. Just everybody. Naysha.
Oh, yeah, bring back Naysha again.
Naysha again. And
well, I don't think they'll bring back Naysha again after all this shit.
No, definitely not. Unfortunately.
Do you like her Fame Games runway?
Nations?
Yeah.
Did
you see?
You messy person.
No, I had to delete that tweet because everybody thought I was shading, but I was not. It looked the one that she was eliminated on season 8 was the same look as the one that she wore in the All Stars 8. And I thought it was a callback.
I'm not super crazy about her looks per se, and one thing that I have to agree with, and I think it's the funniest thing ever, is Kylie on the pit stop saying that all these girls are wearing flat wigs looking like they just did the ice bucket challenge. It's definitely a read at Nisha.
No. Okay, this is from All Stars 8, right? Just remember this. And this is the look that she was eliminated with. It's the same look and the same hair.
It's the same
and
look.
I thought it was a callback. But apparently it's shady. I was like, is it a callback? And then everybody in the comments were like, this is shady. And I'm like, no, I'm genuinely asking if like this was purpose.
No, you could say that you like it and they would say it's shady.
It's true.
Yeah.
They're always gonna say it's shady. They're gonna say everything is shady. You cannot please these fans. They will always find something to complain about.
Nita, you gotta remember that. Just keep your posts up. Don't be scared.
Yeah.
Nita deletes probably hundreds of tweets
if you're
a
gonna
week.
If you're gonna be on season 17, you have to stand your ground. You have
to
say what you mean and mean what you say.
Because I gotta practice my fighting skills. So
Yes. Fame is a prison, Nita. You gotta
hole in your shirt. You're already fighting. You're getting your battle wounds and.
True.
Giving it to him.
Yes. Well, that wraps up all the things we have to talk about for this week's episode. But thank you so much, Orion, for being here. We really loved
Thank you so much for having me. It was such an honor and a pleasure, and I'm glad that I can do some community service.
Thank you. We are so needy.
In my absolutely busy schedule of not winning Drag Race and not doing Work the World and not working in Base Live and
Do you have anything that you want to like shout out, any upcoming projects or anything?
Oh, well, let me think. I'm always I don't really plan that far ahead, but I do I have some content, some fun videos and stuff that I've shot that I have to edit, and that will be coming out eventually soon. I did a whole little I wouldn't say it's like a tutorial, but like a making of my snake for DragCon.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. And Pride, lots of gigs, beautiful gowns. I'm hoping by the end of the summer I'll be out in LA. So
yeah,
I hope so.
I hope so too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, when you put your hands like that in the background and everything, it looks like your head is floating.
Yeah. I'm just so skinny you can't even see my body.
Oh my gosh.
Skinny legend.
Skinny legend.
Oh. Say skinny legend.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
Say skinny legend again, Orion.
Huh?
Say skinny legend.
Skinny legend.
Okay. So edit the fat and ugly skinny legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. I will not be doing that.
That she's getting use of her Adobe After Effects.
I'm gonna make it like this: Nisha Lopez, and then cut it like that, and be like and then what you said, and then I am skinny legend.
Then we can fight about it at Roscoe's.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god. All right. Thank you all for watching Press Conference, and we will see you all next week. Bye.
Peace, love, and meatballs.